And we are back, dear viewers. Welcome His Excellency Mr. Masato Takaoka, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Japan to the State of Kuwait. Good morning and welcome to the studio of Sunshine, Your Excellency.
Well, good morning. Thank you very much for inviting me to the show. I'm tremendously honored. Also, I would like to thank you very much for your very kind words about my country, Japan. Please allow me to express, on behalf of Japan, a close friend of Kuwait, a long-standing partner of Kuwait, our sincere wishes to His Highness Amir for his well-being and also speedy recovery. Thank you very much.
You are most welcome, Your Excellency, and thank you for joining us in our show today, Sunshine. Let's go to another topic, Your Excellency. What were the measures that Japan has proceeded with to protect itself from COVID-19, Your Excellency?
Well, thank you very much. This is a very important question. As you know, we are a country who loves anime and manga. We use some of the illustrations in order to promote the domestic educations. And this is this is a very famous figure now. This is a mysterious mermaid-like image, which is called Amabie. It is a legendary supernatural spirit, which is said to have appeared 170 years ago when a pandemic happened in Japan. You mentioned the Edo period. That's what happened. So now, with the COVID-19, the long-forgotten Amabie has become popular again, Twitter in many ways in Japan and overseas with Amabie challenge hashtag. So, and this is a modern Amabie, and this is Amabie 170 years ago during the Edo period. So basically, what we do in Japan are quite similar to what you do here in Kuwait in order to cope with the infection risks. What we do, like you do, is to wash hands, like Amabie does, and also wear masks. So those are the commonalities that we have between our two countries. And also, we have a sort of slogan, which is avoid the 3 C's. The three C's means avoid closed spaces, avoid crowded places, and avoid close contact settings. This is a common language in our everyday conversation, including among children.
Your Excellency, sorry for interrupting, Your Excellency. It's very amazing and pretty.
If indeed, if you analyze places of infections in Japan, they happen commonly in the settings of 3 C's, and when people are talking loudly or even shouting. And PCR testing is of course very important. And we also focus on the protection of high-risk people like elderly, or the people with underlying diseases. Approximately 80% of the corona fatalities in Japan have happened with aged people who are senior citizens who are in the 70s or above.
Yes.
And also there are about 160 guidelines developed in Japan covering the whole range of private and public sectors to protect against infections. But our fundamental challenge, whether in Japan or in Kuwait, is how to live with corona. The whole world is struggling to find a new way of life. Thank you.
You're most welcome, Your Excellency, and I know that we are very excited to see the precautionary measures that you're already showing us, and everyone's watching us through the KTV2, the family channel, and I know we have to talk, and we have too many things to talk about, and also my colleague Emil have to say something for you, Your Excellency.
Yes, Your Excellency, I really loved the Amabie and how you dealt with the pandemic. I really loved it and how you showed it, because past experience really reflect on the experience we are doing right now. So how cooperative was Japan with the WHO, because you already had before the pandemic and you already had the Amabiye personality, you got it. So what's the cooperation and how was the cooperation between you and the WHO?
Well, promoting global health is a tremendously important agenda. So Japan works very closely with WHO in many ways. For example, through financial contributions or sharing the technical know-how and developing human resources. On Corona itself, Japan has made a contribution of some $46 million to WHO's new coronavirus strategic plan. As the world has to be united to fight against Corona, there is no other organization than WHO to play a central role. That's our view.
Nice, Your Excellency. And by the way, we will overcome this disease soon. Speaking about the COVID-19, Your Excellency, what are the latest statistics of the people who are infected with COVID-19 in Japan, Your Excellency?
But yes, so this is a very important question because we are also watching the recent pickups in infection cases in Japan very carefully. I will just mention the latest COVID numbers in Japan, but for the sake of comparison, please be aware that the Japanese population size is 126 million people live there. So the latest numbers, today's new infection cases, 701. Currently active cases, 14,331. Seriously critical cases, 171. New deaths, 7. Total deaths, 1,059. So those are the numbers.
That is really a good numbers comparing to other countries. And I think Japan is leading the way into, I think, releasing the COVID-19 or doing better. Your Excellency, just one question. I know that a lot of foreigners are there in Japan. So does Japan have a message to tell everyone who wishes to go to Japan or staying nowadays in Japan during this pandemic?
Well, this is a very difficult question. You mentioned that the numbers are good, but we always have to be humble. And we also have to be alert. Therefore, we are really seriously watching the development of the numbers. Now, it is, well, if you're talking about tourism to Japan, unfortunately, this is not the right time. Well, although we would like to have many more foreigners coming over to Japan to enjoy the Japanese hospitalities and Japanese beauty. Last year, for example, there were 34 million foreign tourists, foreign visitors to Japan. But since the outbreak of the pandemic, there has been virtually nobody, no foreign visitors to Japan. So we will miss this very much. At the same time, I should mention that if it were not for COVID-19, Tokyo would have been the world attention because the Tokyo Olympics were scheduled. And we would have expected 10 million additional visitors to Tokyo. So therefore, the World Olympic Games have been postponed, and so are the Paralympic Games. So we have to wait for another year, and we are looking forward to demonstrating the Japanese hospitalities to the rest of the world.
Yes, thank you very much, Your Excellency, Masatsu Takaoka, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of Japan to the State of Kuwait. And as you say it, arigato to you, sir.
Shukran jazila. Because we are close friends, Kuwait and Japan, we are celebrating the 60th anniversary of the diplomatic relations between us. So we look forward to future development. Thank you very much.
Inshallah. Yes, thank you very much. We will meet you again for sure in next episodes, and we will talk more and more about Japan and the future is really for us all up here. Thank you very much, Your Excellency, Ambassador Extraordinary and